Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today making my predictions for the 2020 edition of TLC. The last pay-per-view of the WWE's 2020 calendar here, where we started off in Houston for the Royal Rumble at Minute Maid Park with 45,000 people. We will end the year at TLC in Tropicana Field, the other juice company here, with no fans in attendance to where we are today. We'll see if WWE can go out with a bang this year for 2020 with this last pay-per-view, or will this be another forgettable thing about 2020? So we'll get right into my predictions for TLC. So we'll start things off with our first match of the evening. It's for the Raw Tag Team titles, where we'll see the New Day putting their titles on the line against the Hurt Business. With the way the Hurt Business has been going, where they're just beating down people, but the New Day just keep putting up a fight every time the tag titles are on the line. I think the New Day will walk in and out still the Raw Tag Team champions here. The Hurt Business has many ways to go, with Bobby Lashley still being the US champion, MVP leading the group very well as their manager and first guy basically, and then Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin being good wrestlers in the ring and being a decent tag team. I don't think a loss will hurt them here. I just feel like the New Day are the cornerstone of the tag team division on Monday Night Raw, and taking the belts off of them right now I think would be a little weird. So now on to match number 2. And match number 2 is a singles match where we'll see the Fiend Bray Wyatt taking on Randy Orton. This match to me feels like it's a very weird match to have. Like, I understand why they're having it with all the stuff going on TV, but in terms of where the Fiend and Randy Orton sit, I just don't understand them fighting right now. Randy Orton was a quick transitional WWE champion, losing the title right back to Drew McIntyre after beating him for it, which then set up this Fiend feud. And the Fiend just kind of pops in and out, like you never know when he's going to be there and when he's not. And I think the Fiend could pull like a Batman, drop the smoke and be gone, and we could just get a non-finish here. With the lights going out, he disappears or whatever. But if we do get a decision here, I think the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, will beat Randy Orton. I just think with the Fiend winning here, this will lead to Randy Orton doing crazier and crazier things to get at the Fiend till they have some huge match at either the Royal Rumble or maybe this is the WrestleMania match that they're going to have, is these two in some crazy ass match, like a Firefly Funhouse match on steroids this time, where there's fire and everything. But Randy Orton probably takes the loss here and then has to start trying to drive the Fiend to get at him one more time. So now we'll move on to match number 3. And match number 3 will be our first TLC match, and it'll be for the WWE Championship, where we'll have Drew McIntyre putting his title on the line against AJ Styles. I believe this will be a very good TLC match, as Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles are a couple of the better wrestlers in the world right now. And I just think with Drew McIntyre winning the title back from Randy Orton a few weeks ago, and then having a great match with Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, that he will retain the WWE Championship and beat AJ Styles. Now there is the possibility of The Miz cashing in. The TLC match is grueling, and this could lead to a new champion with The Miz finally putting the briefcase to use here and taking the title off McIntyre. But in terms of just these two going at it, I believe that McIntyre will hit a Claymore, climb the ladder, and beat AJ Styles to retain the WWE Championship and then have a great run, probably leading into WrestleMania, or maybe he loses it right before the Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble, and gets The Miz back at the show of shows, WrestleMania this year. So now on to match number 4. And this will be for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, where we'll see Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax putting the titles on the line against Asuka and a partner to be determined later, since Lana has now been pulled from the match. A couple of people I've seen on the internet floated to be Asuka's new tag team partner have been Rhea Ripley, Naomi, and Charlotte Flair. Now if I had to pick between those three to where I think WWE will go, when in doubt, Vince will put Charlotte Flair on the match here, and she'll be tagging with Asuka to take on Baszler and Jax for these titles. And I think regardless of who the tag team partner is, we will have new women's tag team champions here. I can see Charlotte coming in with Asuka here, winning the tag team titles, and then when Lana gets cleared and is allowed to come back, being like, hey, that was my spot, I should be the tag team champion with Asuka. And Charlotte just keeps egging on Lana, being like, you suck, I'm better than you, whatever. So where this is the new Nia Jax hurdle that she has to jump, and it's Charlotte Flair, and this is a very large hurdle to jump over. Or they just have Lana forget she was even going to be a tag team champion here. And then when the Royal Rumble comes around, Charlotte somehow wins the Rumble and takes on Asuka. And we have Shawn Michaels, John Cena, WrestleMania 23, I think it is. Little get together here where we have tag team champions going at it for the singles title in their division. So now on to match number 5, our co-main event of the evening. And that'll be for the SmackDown Women's Championship, where we have Sasha Banks putting her title on the line against Carmella. This match to me feels like Lacey Evans 2.0. It just kind of hit me just now. To where McIntyre. We have a new character here, and it's probably smart to like get them rolling. And well, she's had match on SmackDown and's made somewhat of an impact on the show to where people kind of take her seriously, where Carmella's been doing things. But I don't see her getting the win here and winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. To me, I just don't see where this rivalry goes or where the programs go if Carmella walks out with the SmackDown Women's Championship here. Her and Sasha does run it back at the Royal Rumble. I think that does no one any good. I originally thought this would be the DQ, but they already did it on SmackDown last week. So I just think you have Carmella put on a competitive showing here and come up short, and Sasha retains the title, and then have Carmella keep a strong little run going into the Royal Rumble match and have her eliminate 2 or 3 people in the Royal Rumble itself and then come up short and then reassess where you are from there. So now we'll move on to match number 6, our main event of the evening. And this will be a TLC match for the WWE Universal Championship, where we'll see Roman Reigns putting his title on the line against Kevin Owens. Now I feel like this will be probably the best match on the show. We've seen Reigns and Owens go at it in the past and in a TLC-like match. I think it was a street fight or an no-holds-barred fight they had at the Royal Rumble a few years ago, and it was pretty good. Now Roman Reigns got screwed in that match where Braun Strowman made a run in to help Owens retain the title, but this time around we know where the interference is coming from, and that's Jey Uso. And I feel like regardless of what Kevin Owens does in this match, Roman Reigns will still be the Universal Champion when this one is over. I just don't see a possibility of where Kevin Owens wins the title here. Maybe Jey Uso screws up and kicks Roman and they have Kevin Owens win the belt that way. That'd be great. See Owens win a title again. But all in all, I think Owens was just put in here to get a great match and have a great rivalry here with Roman Reigns, which has been pretty good so far. He cut a promo about his French tables, ladders, and chairs, and people loved it. And we know Kevin Owens in these kind of matches will make this special or pretty good here, and we'll see something pretty crazy in this match. So that'll do it for my predictions for the 2020 edition of TLC. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you like what I'm doing on this channel and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.